Howdy folks, today's soap is from Dapper Dragon Soaps. As you can tell, it's a tallow-based soap, and the name of this one here is Kringle. It's a fairly firm soap. You can tell I've already been scooping out of the container there. You can make a small dent in it. It's pretty firm soap. I'm wanting to say, can't remember exactly what the scent profile is on this one, and my nose is still not 100% by far, and I'm wanting to say it's fir or fern, maybe pine, maybe all of those. I'm not sure. Anyhow, here's the blade of the day. It's the first time I ever used one of these blades, Voskhod, and it says it's Teflon coated, so I'm hoping that that's a good sign that it's going to be a smooth shaver. I also got my alum block complete with a rubber band. There's witch hazel with aloe. And when I was going through some aftershaves to see what I could and couldn't smell, decided this one here would be the one today. I can actually smell it, and not only smell it but pick up some of the scent. So like I say, my nose is still not 100% just yet. Shaver of the day is going to be the Ecliptic. It's made out of bakelite, and you can kind of tell the top of this is a lot different. This oh, by the way, the handle is hollow. Maybe that's a better way of showing it. You can kind of see the blade there. Don't let that blade scare you, that exposure right there. It's not as aggressive as it may look. The way this is shaped, you can kind of tell how this is shaped, and keeping that angle flush against your face throughout your shave, that's what it's meant for it to do. Look it up. I'll have a link down below. You can look it up on Douglas's website, but that's the whole idea with that. I guess you might say that cap being humped up like that and angled. It's setting the angle for you. So once you learn how to keep that flush along with your shave, that's the way it was intended to be used. Now I've already put a hot towel to the face. You can kind of tell I got some bloom water and it's starting to come back up. What's left on my face there. And I've got it whipped up in a bowl that's new to me. This morning was the first time lathering up in this bowl. This bowl came by the way of vein delay, and it may be kind of hard to tell, but those grooves in there, it's a honeycomb shape type groove. And the brush of the day is the there we go, Atomic Rocket. This is a good size brush, pretty good size. It worked just fine whipping it up in the bowl. It may take me another time or two to figure out how much soap and to put in this bowl. In other words, I'm going to try to, I guess you might say, have it exploding out of the bowl. May not put quite enough in there for the exploding part, but I got more than enough lather though. But I just, it takes no time at all with this bowl. So I'm assuming it has a lot to do with the honeycomb shape in the bowl, and also don't know if you can see that there's grooves, that honeycomb groove along the bottom of the bowl to help you to hang on to it in case your hands get wet. The little things are important. I got this bowl along with some other goodies. Monica had an auction on Facebook, and there was a store that was closing that had some of her products, and so those products that she was getting from that store that was closing, she put them up for auction. So I got some odd and end stuff. I say odd and end stuff. It kind of helped with some last minute Christmas shopping, if you will. This brush. Douglas is coming out, looks like, with another one that'll look a lot like this one with a different color scheme. and I don't know for sure when he's going to put it on his website up for sale, as well as that single edge shaver. And I'm interested in both of those because the color scheme, um, it's green and based on the same shape as this one. But that color scheme, I like the color scheme, and that single edge shaver, I've been waiting for him to, guess you might say, put the finishing touches on it. I guess the first time he made an announcement that he was working on a single edge shaver might have been a year ago. It seemed like forever, especially if you're waiting for him to come out with it first pass. But I am, guess you might say, I'm quite excited. I will say this brush, it does look as big as it does. It is a big brush. I am not a big guy in stature. I only stand about 5'6". So if you're, let's say, a taller guy, most likely a lot of your other features are going to be bigger, like your hands. And that brush there probably will work great, especially for head shavers. That thing is, if you can't tell, that brush is huge. It'll cover a lot of area in a hurry. Kind of thinking, I remember reading some folks, their opinion on a Voskhod. This is working pretty good. I'm picking up a little bit of the soap, excuse me, but I can't even begin to tell you what it smells like. I just know I'm smelling it. But I am getting better, I can tell. My headaches are getting further in between, and I'm not having to blow my nose all the time, and I'm able to breathe out it most of the time. Usually it's a long road. When I get one this bad, it takes a while for me to recover from it. Thought I was starting out with a cold, and it might have been starting out with a cold, but it ended up being a sinus infection. So I'm taking some medication now, and like I say, it's feeling somewhat better. Still haven't quite recovered, I guess you might say, on the energy side of things. First half of the day I usually do alright, and then the last half not so well. Just a part-time worker, huh? This feels good on my face. This is pretty good soap. This is the only soap I've got from there. I probably ought to check in getting another one after the turn of the year. I've known about this company for quite a while. He's on Etsy, and I can smell the soap. Like I say, it smells almost like a fern, pine maybe. Not really a pine though. It's along those lines of woods, I guess you might say. So my nose is coming back, it's just not quite there yet. I mean, you can kind of tell this. It covers a lot of area. The looks of this brush though, it's a good looking brush. It really is. I have another brush here. This one here is Volfix, to give you some kind of comparison on size. I mean, that's a good sized brush. It's huge. With this blade, in this shaver, there's a, you can definitely feel the blade. But the shave itself is still pretty smooth. It doesn't give me flashbacks to that when I shaved with the Lord Super Chrome. Yeah, those blades do not work well for me. I like the design of the shaver. I have looked at the aluminum model several times. I have. I like the Bakelite version. I like the idea of a lightweight shaver, when especially when you're talking about travel or anything like that. That shaver is not a real expensive shaver. In other words, $20, which is, if you, I guess you might say, if one was to be lost during travel, it's not like the aluminum version, where that'd be a wee bit painful. And plus, it's a kind of I guess you might say a throwback from back when they first started using Bakelite in razors. Nostalgia, I guess you might say. It's very easy to use. Be honest with you, I don't know why this one here wouldn't last you a lifetime if you take care of it. I'll take it apart, show you the post in case you've never seen one of these, because the post is brass, and inside the handle where that post screws into is brass also. And it looks like to me, the way that it's in there, it's well constructed. I also have the Bakelite open comb in the same color, which I'll be shaving with also. And that's another one. Look at how much the blade is there. It can be a little intimidating. It was for me, at least, when I first put it together. Saw how much blade was sticking out. I was like, oh my gosh, it's not quite that bad. At least not for me, it wasn't. Like, if you haven't seen one of my videos before, I typically shave with a shavette, so I'm used to the blade feel. But you can feel the blade on this one. Don't get me wrong. It's there. Getting quite a bit of feedback too. But like I said, if you keep this angle flush on your face like it was meant to be, it's easy shaving after that. It's up to you. It's because it's individually when it comes to how much you stretch. As I notice with some shavers, I don't need to stretch quite as much as I do with other shavers. So in other words, your mileage may vary. It's something you'll have to learn as you use the one of these shavers. Feeling around, it seems like I got a pretty good shave. In other words, not a whole lot in the way I feel like I need to pick up or anything like that. It's a pretty efficient shaver. The open comb is too. Bakelite version, that's a pretty efficient shaver. At least for the kind of shave I'm looking for. Just looking for smooth and comfortable. And I don't think alum block's going to have a whole lot to say. I'm not feeling anything. In other words, as I'm feeling around here, I'm not feeling anything that would give me an indication that there's going to be a spot where it's going to be stinging. Feels pretty smooth. Did pretty good. That's the reason why I'm looking into the aluminum version, wondering if I get the same kind of shave out of that as I do with the Bakelite version. If I was to use this every day, I'd spend a little bit more time, I guess you might say, finding that perfect match in between the blade and the shaver. Right now, it's that blade there worked pretty well. Just got a little bit of stinging, which is right here is a trouble spot. It has been for a good number of years. But it's just a little bit. I don't have any weepers, no nicks, no cuts. To me, when you get a good shave and you don't have any irritation, in other words, a smooth shave. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Good shave. Excuse me. I like British Sterling. It's a well, first of all, the container's pretty nice, but I can smell this. It's if I can find a scent profile on this, I'll include it in the links below. As well as the link for the soap, Douglas's Bakelite from, yeah, I think he still got some in stock. So in other words, he's not sold out. Some of his shavers he sold out of, which that should tell you something. This is good stuff. I've got this aftershave, and also got the got two others in a spray version. Really nice stuff. I still smell the aftershave. It's getting better. It's good when you can smell things again. Excuse me. Go ahead and get this razor taken apart here. I should say, if you haven't seen this done before, this base plate and this cap only goes together one way and one way only. And you'll notice that if you try to put it in, it's different. There's what I was talking about. There's the brass inside. There's the brass post. And it just pulls apart like that. But the way this is angled and made, it's only going to go together one way. And trying to be careful here. The tolerance is pretty tight on this. Not a whole lot of wiggle room. And if you have never seen a Voskhod before on the inside, let's turn around this way. That's what one side looks like. And the other side looks like that. I say first time, and it's double wrapped also. First time using this blade. May have to get some more of these. I think I may have to experiment with these on a few shavers. Excuse me. Really nice shave today. I enjoyed it. Tomorrow will be a shavette shave. I'm trying to put this up here. I haven't quite decided. Most of my shaves on my DEs, I have already figured out what blades. I was working with all my shavers and the soaps and all that sort of thing. But when it comes to the shavettes, I have not figured out, haven't planned that far in advance on my blade. Sometimes they just kind of spur of the moment. Anyway, I'll have a shave tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday with the shavette. Hope everybody's doing well. Smooth shaves. Stay safe.